So we have 6 exercises. We're going to do 5 rounds. Each round is going to be a different number of repetitions. So your first round is going to be 12 reps. The second round is 10. The third round is 8. The fourth round is 6. And the fifth round is going to be 4 reps of each exercise. Rest as needed between each round. So one round is completing all 6 exercises for the designated number of repetitions. So it'll be a little more challenging. You might need to start out with lighter weights or maybe no weights initially for some of the exercises, and then you can always add weight as the repetitions go down, just depending on how you feel. I am going to show you a few different modifications for some of the exercises because some might require some equipment that you may not have access to. So just want to give you some different options just depending on your fitness level and what you have available to you. You can choose which one's going to be most appropriate. We're going to start off with a single arm snatch. So this is something that we have not done yet in the workouts. I'm going to use a dumbbell for this just because I have it, but you could simply use bottle of water. You could use anything that you can securely hang onto on one hand. So it's something that it's not going to flop around, it's not going to hit you, something just very kind of solid and stable. So we want to go up in one fluid motion, and as you come back down, you're going to want to bring the weight down to a front racked position, not allowing it to just drop down. That can really cause some problems for your shoulders. So as you'll notice, I kind of go up in one fluid motion, then I kind of come down a little bit more segmented motion. If you do have any issues with anything overhead, you can simply stop at just more of the clean, just here. Or you could always simply just do more of like a high pull option as well, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Next, we're going to go into a pull-up. So this is where we're going to get a little creative. I'm going to show you a couple different options. So we have a TRX type piece of equipment here. That could be an option if you have one at home. And you can actually just do it from more of a squatting or almost like a seated position. And then just focusing on really using your arms to pull yourself up. So we really want to focus on just doing a traditional pull-up movement using just our upper body. Your legs are there for more support, so try not to use your legs to actually stand up at all. Another option is going to be if you have a band that you can attach to something at a higher point above you, we can do more of a lat pull down. And then another option is going to be if you have a band, but maybe it doesn't work to attach it to something higher. We can actually just hold that band overhead. We're going to keep one arm stable, and we're just going to pull down with one arm. So just really make sure that we're keeping those muscles contracted to keep that arm that's just above your head here. Make sure that stays stable and you're not pulling it over when you pull down with the other arm. And then you just want to switch. Make sure you do both sides that way. So that's another option. If you don't have a band, we're going to do something a little bit different on the floor. So I'm going to demonstrate that as best as I can. So those are a few options for the pull-up. And then we're going to do a lateral lunge with a clean. I'm going to use a med ball just because it's a little bit easier. If you have any sort of ball, would work great. Just a little easier to hang on to, so you can certainly do that. It's going to be a lateral lunge. And then we're going to clean it up to our chest as we come back up. If you just have a weight that you can hang on to with one hand, you could always just certainly do a little bit more of a reach than doing the actual clean. So that's another option for that as well. Again, make sure that we're doing both sides too. We want to just focus on one side, obviously. And then we're going to do a knee tuck push-up. Again, we're going to need our sliders, whatever you've been using for a slider. We're going to be in our push-up position. We're going to do our knee tuck, and then you do a push-up. Alright, next up we have our row. I'm actually going to use our giant Jenga set again because that worked well for the rows the other day. So again, we're just going to be in a more of a hinge position at the hips. We're going to be rowing the weight up, just squeezing those shoulder blades together. Alright, and the last exercise is going to be a plank with a drag. So I'm actually going to use a can of paint. So something a little bit different. We're going to get into the high plank position. We're going to start with the weight on one side, and we're just going to pull it through. Make sure to keep your core engaged. Try not to let ourselves rotate too much as we drag. We can also do this from a modified plank position as well. All right, so that's the last exercise for the 6 exercise countdown workout. We are going to end with a finisher, so it's going to be 2 to 3 rounds of 10 burpees and 10 jump lunges. So with the burpees, you can do with or without a push-up, whichever you prefer. You can also do it from a coffee table or a box, a bench of any sort. That's going to be a stable position for you to put your hands on if you feel better about that than going all the way to the floor. So whatever you feel most comfortable with. So there's our burpee. And our jump lunge is going to be in a lunge position. Just with a quick jump to switch our feet. If you don't feel quite comfortable with the jumping portion of it, you can certainly just do some stationary reverse lunges, just at a little bit faster pace. Also feel like if you need to put your hand, on a countertop or something that would be close to you, just for a little extra stability, you can certainly go ahead and do that too, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I hope that you enjoyed this workout, and I look forward to seeing all of your sweaty selfies after the workout. Have a great day.